Hey everybody, it's Jack
And Roma.
from No Notions Travel.
And welcome back to The Travel Reel, the video series where we show you where some of your favourite movies were shot and how exactly to visit these iconic locations.
Today we are talking about Damien Chazelle's 2016 musical, La La Land.
The film is a loving homage to the golden age of Hollywood musicals like Singing in the Rain, framing the story in the modern day Hollywood.
La La Land is directed by Whiplash director Damien Chazelle, and it was his love letter to musicals of the past.
The film stars Ryan Gosling as Sebastian, a jazz musician who has big dreams for jazz in Los Angeles but is stuck playing Christmas songs in restaurants, and Emma Stone as Mia, a school dropout who left her small town to become an actress in Hollywood.
The film shows the bittersweet side of Hollywood, and is a mashup of the sentimental style of classical musicals and the harsh reality of modern day entertainment.
The film was a box office success and won numerous awards, including Oscars for Best Actress, Best Cinematography, but not Best Picture.
So let's go for a stroll through the hyper-colourful world of La La Land. So from this point onwards in the video, we're going to be talking about just minor plot spoilers. If you haven't seen the film, I'd say pause the video, watch the movie, come back, and then watch the rest of the video. We won't be going into anything extremely spoilery, but just to save you the pain of, well, getting spoiled.
Yeah, this is your warning, so come back to us when you've watched it.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, just go watch it. Why haven't you watched it?
Or watch Moonlight.
My
instead.
God. The real winner.
No, the real.
Sorry, no. There's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. Come on, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
La La Land follows Mia and Sebastian. The two have big dreams for their careers in LA.
They repeatedly cross paths in Hollywood. Mia flipping Sebastian off after his fit of road rage, and bumping into each other at a party where Sebastian is playing in an 80s cover band.
Sebastian dreams of opening his own club in the city and bringing jazz back to where it once stood decades ago. He's been going from job to job, restaurant to restaurant, but always ends up leaving because he hates what the music has become.
Mia is an aspiring actress working in a coffee shop on the Warner Bros. Lot. She developed a passion for acting while watching Golden Age films growing up in Boulder, Colorado. She dropped out of school and moved to LA to make a career out of it. She's frequently taking small casting roles but never comes to anything.
The two go on a date to LA's famous Griffith Observatory and in a beautifully surreal sequence are seen literally floating on the good vibes.
Mia goes through numerous castings but never lands a job. In the meantime, she works on putting together a one-woman play, encouraged by Sebastian to pursue it because he believes it's that good.
Sebastian ends up joining a band with his old friend Keith, played by John Legend. Sebastian is hesitant at first, but their jazz fusion sound nets them a tour. The two's lives begin to diverge as Sebastian is finding hollow success in the band.
That's lovely. Okay, now look. Now, bite your lip like you're like you're concentrating on something. I don't know, like a piece of your music.
La La Land sees the two slowly falling in love as they support each other in their goals, and then slowly falling out of love as their lives start to move towards their dreams. The film is full of beautifully done musical segments from the LA freeway to the Griffith Observatory. The film shines a light on a much cleaner and rose-tinted version of Hollywood. Cowbell, 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 cowbell.
More cowbell.
More cowbell.
So the film was shot across Los Angeles, filming in over 70 locations.
Locations like Angels Flight Railway and the famous Rialto Theatre were reopened for the production and remain closed to this day.
But besides those, here are all the key La La Land locations that you can visit in your musical trip to Los Angeles.
Starting off with the 105/110 freeway interchange, the opening sequence is shot on this freeway, and while the traffic situation is very much real, we wouldn't recommend recreating the dance scene on this busy road.
Please do not try this on your holiday. So the second location we want to talk about is the Warner Brothers Studios, and this is where Mia works in a coffee shop on the lot. And we also see a lot of the area as the two walk around the backdrops that are already set up. You can take tours of the Warner Brothers lot, and it's a must-see if you are visiting Los Angeles.
Next up is Mount Hollywood Drive. This is where the famous overlook of LA was shot, and the iconic dance sequence between Mia and Sebastian. It's easy to find, but I wouldn't recommend walking up to it with no shoes. And we will have a specific trivia later on for what the golden era for this specific point is.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So next location, which we already mentioned, is the Griffith Observatory. And it's a key location in the film, the exteriors of which were shot on location, but the interiors were created in a soundstage.
Next up is Mia's apartment. It's located on 1728 East 3rd Street, Long Beach, California. It's another apartment which is in a residential area, so I wouldn't put it on the top of your list because you're just going to be looking at someone's house.
Then we have the Smokehouse Restaurant restaurant. This is where Sebastian plays at the beginning of the film. We see it decked out in Christmas decorations, and it's also owned by J.K. Simmons. It's supposed to be a lovely restaurant and a nice way to spend a sweltering evening in LA.
It's in the film. It's owned by J.K. Simmons. It's not owned by J.K. Simmons in real life.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
It's not, disclaimer, you will not see J.K. Simmons there.
That's not quite. It's not quite my cooking style.
Please don't go for J.K. Simmons.
Next up is a "You Are the Star" mural. This is a Hollywood Walk of Fame mural depicting actors like Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, and James Dean sitting in a theatre. It serves as an exterior of the fictional restaurant from which Sebastian is fired, and it's a fairly easy to find location, and it's a lovely sight of the city, and would make for a nice little Instagrammable photo.
So another touchstone of tourism in LA is the Watts Tower of Simon Rhodey Estate Historic Park. It's seen in the montage in the film, and it's a hotspot for tourists visiting LA for the first time.
And then lastly, we have the jazz bar that Sebastian takes Mia to. This is the Lighthouse Cafe, and it's the cafe that they go to watch the jazz musicians play. It's supposed to be lovely, and it's supposed to have a very, very, very nice atmosphere, and it's a nice place to just wind down and enjoy a drink with some live music.
All these locations are iconic in the Los Angeles area, and they could be easily fit into any tour that you are doing of Los Angeles.
Okay, so on to the fan tours. We love this. This is fantastic.
Yep.
So we actually have a little bit of selection today.
Okay.
So first of all, Visit California have their own recommended self-guided tour. Visit California website offers a list of key locations to set you on the right track for your own self-guided tour. The page offers descriptions of what scenes were filmed at the locations, and it's a good resource for anyone interested in taking the city by themselves. There are other websites that give a good list of key locations for any self-guided tours, but this one in particular was very helpful.
So then, in terms of fan tours, there is one definite fan tour in the city. LA Insider Tours offers a full day tour of LA to show up to 6 people around the city and see some of the La La Land key locations. The tour claims to be the best in the city, with experienced tour guides and an extensive look at the city. It takes you all over LA and ends at the Griffith Observatory. The one thing that stings is the price tag. It's coming in at $590, €501.
Oof.
The tour is an all-day tour of the city, showing all the nooks and crannies, including showing clips of the film from each location. For the price compared to the massive scale of the tour, we think it would be worth it for any La La Land fans.
Only avid fanatics of the movies.
Yeah.
I think it's...
You'd want to really like it to be paying €500 for a tour.
Would you pay €500 for that? Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'd sooner do the like self-guided one.
I'd sooner do the Moonlight tour.
Wow, this is
Moonlight, the best picture.
Yeah.
Roma!
We're still salty.
Trivia section!
Ah.
We have... This is musical film, so we have lots of musical facts.
Yes.
So, first of all the piano playing done in the film was actually by Ryan Gosling himself. When I was watching it, I was pretty sure it was a hand double, which is like common use in a lot of films.
Yeah.
Gosling spent 2 hours a day practicing the songs from the film, and it's why I haven't planned to use a hand double and CGI originally. Gosling was actually too musically powerful, and he knew every piano piece by heart when it came to the time of filming.
Fair play to him.
He's a talented man.
Yeah. So John Legend is a famous piano player, and Gosling could play the guitar. So for the film, the two had learned opposite instruments for the film. Legend, who is classically trained, said that he was envious of Gosling for picking up the piano so easily.
He told me he barely played before he started learning for this film.
So the film score was actually recorded in the same studio as Singing in the Rain and Wizard of Oz and many other MGM classical musicals.
You're a real, what's the word I'm looking for?
Knight in shining armor.
Weirdo.
The dance scene was shot on 2 separate days at a specific time of the day.
Golden Hour.
Ah.
Yes.
They had between 7:20 to 7:50 to shoot the dance scene to get the exact look of the evening. They managed 2 takes in each day and played the scene out from the start each time. The 4th take was the one used in the film.
So that was the last take of the last day,
Wow.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's if you want to visit that hill
Yeah.
and look over, because there's a real location. I thought it was green screen
Yeah.
originally, but it was shot on site.
Oh, wow.
It's very cool. So for the open dance scene, there was actually only 30 dancers used, and the rest were all CG added in the background. And you can also see If you watch that scene, you can see a lot of dents in hoods and the roofs of cars. But that's all from the dancers.
Oh.
Dancing all over the cars.
Oh my god, okay. In the planetarium, seeing the footage of Gosling and Stone floating and falling perfectly into their seats was shot in reverse to get that perfect looking landing. So they began sitting and they were raised from their seats into the air. Oh, so like Rocky. What is it with everybody playing stuff in reverse?
Like Rocky, but this one was actually planned out. The Rocky one was like, in retrospect,
It's
like, oh, we should have
accidental.
shot it.
That's actually really smart.
Isn't it?
It's a bit like, you know, when people are walking out of the water and they're dry.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that they do it reverse.
It looks the way they land in the seats in the full sequence of the film is like perfectly done.
Okay.
So the freeway used in the opening number, Another Day of Sun, which had the 30 CGI'd extra dancers.
Okay.
It was actually the same stretch of freeway that was used in the bus jump sequence from Speed, where Keanu Reeves is giving his best Keanu Reeves face, being like, we entered the bomb on the bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
The location on the Warner Brothers lot where Mia tells Sebastian that she hates jazz is the precise shooting location for the album cover of Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here.
That's where the two lads are shaking hands and one's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, cool.
Yeah. Several of Emma Stone's outfits are replicas of iconic dresses from classic films. The green dress Mia wears on her first date with Sebastian was modelled on a Julie Garland dress from the film A Star Is Born.
Not the Into the Shallow.
It's not Into the Shallow.
What was it called?
I think it's just Shallow.
Into the Deep.
Unpopular opinion, I hate that movie.
No,
but
no.
we're not talking about that right now.
It's
We'll
boring.
come back to that.
Hey, Roma.
Oh,
I did the nose thing.
The film production reopened 2 locations for filming, the Rialto Theatre in South Pasadena and the Angels Flight Railway in downtown LA. The Rialto has been closed since 2007 and Angels Flight has been closed since 2013 over safety issues to the public. Filmmakers were able to get around this by stating that the railway was operating for a day to get it back into service while secretly filming the scene as a private function.
We're about to roll. Stop, please, guys.
So in the scene where me and Sebastian are walking through the Warner Bros. Studio, they are stopped by an assistant director. The person who actually stopped them was the real second assistant director, Brett Robinson.
Oh, good for him.
So, bonus trivia. Music is a very important part of La La Land. It is a musical, of course. And John Legend and Ryan Gosling, both musical people.
Yeah.
And Legend, of course, had to learn to play guitar, as mentioned earlier, and Gosling learned to play the piano.
Yep.
So, Gosling is actually a very talented guitarist.
Is he?
So talented that he and his friend have a band on the DL.
Really?
So,
Gosling?
yeah.
Huh.
Do you know that?
No.
So, they have a band called Dead Man's Bones,
Right.
and it was formed in 2005
Okay.
after him and his friend discovered a mutual obsession with the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland.
Okay.
It is a dark indie folk sound,
Okay.
and their first album, they played all the instruments on the record, some of them they'd never touched before.
Oh my god, okay.
They set themselves rules for the recording, so there was no click tracks, and they only let 3 takes for 1 track.
That sounds fun.
And their music is featured in various films.
What?
Yeah, they have one of their songs is like it's included in The Conjuring.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I have not seen it.
I have not either.
We will not be covering that on this channel.
Absolutely not.
Not a hope.
But yeah, Ryan Gosling is more talented than anyone expected.
Yeah, fair dues to him.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? I'll say it.
Are they good?
It's actually pretty good.
Do they still play?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's the fun fact of the day.
Nice one. I think that's everything for La La Land.
That's everything for La La Land. So if you were inspired to visit LA because of La La Land, tell us down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to hit that bell button, and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all our videos. And don't forget to check out the website, read the article on this video.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye!
Bye!